You need to focus on unique pieces of evidence to bring with you to your green card interview. It's important to bring photographs and joint bank account statements, but everybody has those, and they're not going to set you apart. Today we're going to discuss 3 things that can be unique and set you apart at your interview. Evidence of family planning is one of the strongest pieces of evidence that a couple can bring with them to the green card interview. And this could be successful or unsuccessful attempts at having children. If you have kids together, that's amazing. Bring their birth certificates, original birth certificates, to the green card interview. But if it's a little bit sadder and there was a miscarriage or something like that, and there's documentation backing it up, it's really important to bring those documents with you to the green card interview. I know it's not easy to talk about, but this is important. The second piece of evidence that could set your case apart from everybody else's, and yes, I know I've discussed this in my other videos, but evidence of travel. It's super important because it shows that you guys have been traveling around, spending your lives together. Not only that, but it gives the officer questions to ask you guys. It gives you guys an opportunity to show photographs from different places you've been to, plane ticket or flight confirmations, hotel receipts, Airbnb confirmations. It really just tells your story in a way that a lot of people aren't telling their stories at these interviews. So always bring evidence of travel, even if the travel took place before you got married. The third type of unique evidence that I've submitted in the past, which I truly believe helped set my clients' cases apart from other cases, is evidence of contracts between the spouses. Now, this can be a somewhat tricky subject, but prenuptial agreements, right? Prenups. If you guys enter a contract before you get married, saying, how you're going to divide property or money in the event that the marriage terminates through divorce or whatever, that's great evidence. I know this can be tricky because you might be thinking, well, the immigration officer might think that we're already planning to get divorced. Not really. In my experience, that's not what they think. It hasn't really made a difference one way or another, but I think it played a factor in the officers' minds because they see these spouses have really planned their lives out. That's an optional one. It's really case specific and fact specific, and I would kind of want to see the terms of the prenup before we agree to submit it as evidence. Another example of a contract that we've submitted, I once had these 2 clients. They were a married couple, and the husband had testicular cancer. He was in remission, recovery. He previously had testicular cancer. So they had a contract where the husband donated his sperm, not donated, he put it in a sperm bank. And the only person who could receive that sperm was his wife. So this was actually in a contract that the sperm donor, the only person who can receive the sperm was the wife. Bit of a unique situation, but you can't make that stuff up. So if you have any unique circumstances where the spouses have entered into a contract, it's probably a really good idea to submit that as evidence of your marriage. When my clients ask me whether or not they should bring a document or piece of evidence with them to the green card interview, my response is usually, if this document makes it seem more likely that you guys are living together or sharing your lives together, then it is probative evidence. And even though it might not definitively prove anything, you should bring it with you, along with everything else, to your green card interview. The only reason I was able to make this video and tell you guys some of these crazy stories was because my clients trusted me enough to tell me about their lives. During our initial consultation, I asked a lot of probing questions from the beginning of their relationship up until now. And the reason I ask these questions is because I'm looking for unique pieces of evidence that I might be able to think about for my clients to bring to the green card interview. If you're wondering whether or not to submit a piece of evidence at your green card interview and you're not sure, put it in the comments below. I'll give you my input and we can take it from there. If you need more than just a single question answered, I'm always available to consult with you. We can create an action plan and go through it step by step. Guys, thank you so much for making it this far into my video. I have a couple other videos on this topic. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next week for another video.